Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Formula 1 2017. When we left off last season, we had gotten an offer to switch teams after our very good performance for Renault in the first season. We could have stayed as a first driver for Renault, or we could move up to Williams as their second driver, replacing Stroll, keeping Massa. I think that's probably the way we're going to go, rather than go for a team that's below us. I don't understand why we even got those offers. Those are pretty bogus. So I am going to try for the second driver position at Williams, and we are going to try to push Williams up the grid as far as we can. Switching a new team is going to reset all of this stuff, resource points, the team points, all that stuff. It's a clean slate. Basically, starting over with your F1 career in-game. That's changing teams will result in all resource points and R&D progression going away. I would have loved to stay with Renault. I would have loved to try and push the team forward. However, there's a flaw in the way they program the career in this game. You basically can't do that. Your teammate will never get the upgrades to the car. Your team will never move forward. Only you can move forward. And that doesn't seem as interesting to me. So, we move on. Well, here we go. Time for race number 1 with Williams in Australia. It's very good to see that we managed to get all of the exact same people with us on our new team, including this very, I don't know, out of place looking guy in the red shirt that, I don't know, something just reads a little spy-ish with that guy. But with that knowledge in hand, let's listen to our voicemail and find out what our finishing position should be for our debut race with Williams.
Hi, it's Emma here. Just wanted to let you know what the team are hoping for in the race.
The team is hoping for a 7th place finish. Our championship target this season is 9th place or higher, which honestly seems a little bit low, but this is Williams. You know, the Williams team, although extremely reliable and good for finishing in the points, have not shown the pace to be much more than a mid-pack field kind of team lately. So I guess I understand, but our goal through the season will be to push up to, if not podium territory, fighting for podium territory. Now, we've made a pretty good effort here in Australia out of the gate to try and accomplish that.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Sebastian Vettel has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Raikkonen and a Williams, Valtteri Bottas and Ricciardo, Verstappen, Ocon, Alonso and Sergio Perez, Magnussen, Sainz, Nico Hulkenberg and Kvyat, Massa, Palmer, Romain Grosjean and Stoffel van Dorn, Ericsson and Pascal Wehrlein completes the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Alright, there you have it. We are starting P4.
Be careful not to lose places, as there will be faster cars around you.
Yes, indeed. That is good advice. But yes, we are starting in P4 for this race after a kind of tough qualifying, actually. Made it through Q1 very, very easily, as we should with this team. Q2 barely made it out of Q2, and Massa did not. He did not make it out of Q2. But then in Q3, had kind of a magical lap come together. The conditions were really good, took all the fuel out of the car, and managed to get a very good time before the weather started to get kind of rough. So we got handed, in a way, a rather good starting position. So we're going to try and make the most of it here today. And like I was saying in the beginning, the goal this year is to push Williams. So instead of maybe working towards developing this car in reliability, this car should be pretty reliable to begin with. And even if it's not, I'm willing to take some grid penalties for the sake of developing this car for speed. And we're going to have lots of time in these races to use that speed because we're doing 50% races this season. That's why there's no practice and qualifying video. This season we're changing things up. We're going for a longer distance race and a single video in that format. We'll see how it goes. Hope you enjoy. There's a lot of requests to do this. And hopefully I don't run out of things to talk about after 10 laps. Alright, well, race strategy. 2 stops on the agenda now, or up to 4. As of now, we would be going 1 short stint on the Ultrasofts, which is important to note that I made 2 laps on those Ultrasofts, because this car was gaining speed after the first lap, oddly. And then 2 on Super Softs. But if you look up top, halfway through the race, there is going to be a weather situation, it looks like. Whether that's halfway through this distance or halfway through a full Grand Prix, I still don't completely understand. But we're going to find out. I'm not going to do any major changes there, but I will put some fuel in the car because I don't want to have to deal with it. If it does rain, then we'll still be pretty good and safe there. Okay, off we go. Okay, here we go. First start of the season. Let's have a good one here. Quick lights. Decent getaway. What a different view than we're used to. I got a little sideways, but I kept it in front of Botas, which is very good news. I had to take to the grass a little bit to avoid Hamilton. We got beside him, but we couldn't pass him. Very fine, very fine. Oh, he just got a terrible entry here. This could be opportunity. I'm a friggin' rallycross driver, apparently. Again. Okay. We've screwed Mercedes right now. That is for sure.
Alright, let's focus now for the rest of the race.
Okay, I'm very focused to begin with, to be honest. Very, very focused. What I've heard is that at the beginning of these races, especially these longer races, you gotta be aggressive, you gotta get everything you can, which apparently means grass. Because the AI cars are gonna get faster as the race goes on in a much different scale than you will. Curious how we are on fuel. +6. That's good. I really like the balance of this car so far. He says washing wide, but no, it's really very predictable. I am actually significantly overdriving this car right now. We qualified much higher than this car should have taken us. I think there was just a weird situation there where the track conditions were good for us and then bad for others. I think I am going to have to short pit this, especially since I did extra laps on these tires in qualifying. And also because I'm running this car at a very aggressive pace to try and hang with these two. And I'm actually feeling like maybe I got the fronts a little overworked right now. Hey, what did we just turn there?
DRS is now enabled.
29.4. I mean, that's
to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead.
I think about all I'm going to get out of this thing right now. Ferraris are out there. Rest of the pack pretty accordioned. In the slower turns where this car has shown to be very good for me. I don't know that it is quite enough right now to continue trying to hang with these two.
We think we may see some rain. ETA is about 15 minutes.
Rain in 15 minutes. 15 minutes would be about 10 laps. That'd be lap 13. Yeah, I think... Oh, I turned in much too early there. I was too busy thinking about strategy. I think that means for us, we want to pit on probably 6 and split the dry half of the race in 2. Hope that we're out far enough that we won't come out into terrible traffic. I'm actually feeling the nose starting to wash out at this point. Being very aggressive on the lines.
Raikkonen's in first place.
DRS proving to be very helpful to us right now. I was a little fast into here. It actually worked out quite well. Feels like Hamilton's just able to get the power down a little bit better out of those slow turns. Or maybe able to get back to the gas a little sooner. But more than anything, this car feels like it's down on top speed. It's one of the things I'm going to try and focus on this season is instead of focusing on development of reliability, trying to focus on development of speed. Since we didn't get our ride in the Red Bull, and I don't think we're in the car we wanted to be in, I'm going to try and make this car the car I want to be, even if it is less reliable. I want to try and charge up to some podium finishes by season's end. That's what I want. And this is not quite the car to do that as it stands. We really badly lose the nose there. We may have been close enough there. Yep. I kind of overdrove the center of the turn just to make sure it happened.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the super softs.
The car behaves very well in the super softs, so I'm not worried about that. I am worried about running these tires out. I do not anticipate being able to hold off Bottas here as we lightly brush the wall. Oh, this has been very tense. I gotta like stretch out a little bit here. Oof. I think I'm still very tensed up from the Rolex 24 that I ran last weekend. That was a lot of time at the old sim racing machine, and it was very stressful. And loosen up a bit here. Australia is a daunting track to me. It's a very awkward track to drive, I find. I've always really struggled with it. Definitely not getting DRS this lap, and Bottas will. Let's see if he goes for it. Mirrors, what mirrors? Terrible design that is. Did manage to hold him off. Whoa, it tried to get loose on us there. There he goes. Just want that to happen as cleanly as possible so we don't lose any more time than we need to. We got our old friends, the Force Indias, behind us now. Interestingly, not the Red Bulls. They could be on a different strategy. It's going to be a lot of fun talking about strategy this season, in a way we never really have before. Now, wait a minute. If the race goes wet, we don't necessarily have to use both sets of tires, I think. Whoa, sorry, Pylon. you're a pile off now. That would be the most aggressive of calls, but I think what I'm going to do is say, box this lap. I don't think they got that.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
And go to the super softs. Try and be the only ones to pit this lap. That way we can make the most of these before it starts to rain. A couple of those look like they're coming in. Luckily behind us, so maybe we won't get held up.
Go, go, go.
Nice, yes. It's what we wanted. Not too much traffic. Oh, there comes a glob, though. Ooh, that could be ugly.
Okay, you only have to stop once now. One stop left.
Okay, where do we enter this field? It's not too bad. 2 cars. We can pass 2 cars that are on softs. This track, not amazing for passing opportunity, however. Especially in the early parts of the lap. Make a dive to the right to make sure I don't. Okay. Should have at least one of these guys right here. Nicely done. Thanks, me. Okay, so we may have lost a tiny bit of time with that, but not terrible. We're sitting in P11 after our stop. Massa is ahead of us, who I think started on these tires. Which could be very good for him if he could make it to the pit stop. Okay, that was a bit deep. If we could make it to the rain, I mean, without making a pit stop, then that would be very nice for him.
The rain is a few laps out yet, but it is
laps
coming.
out.
Be careful.
I think you forgot to say something there, my friend. Open track in front of me. I need to be running just as good a laps as I can possibly run right now. The way the strategies are really going to pay out for us.
Our gap to the car in front is 4.7
4
seconds.
seconds. That's plenty of clear track. We're on newer tires at least. See, we're really pulling away from the cars on softs. They too might be able to make it to the rain without stopping. This could really mix up the field. So none of the top 10 are really in position to do that.
Okay, the gap behind is 2.2 seconds.
2 seconds already. That's one of the turns this car's really impressed me. Versus the Renault. Looks like maybe one taker there. 11, is that where we were? I don't remember. Botas, yes, Botas is in front of us, so he also bit. See, those cars ahead, they can stay out until it rains. That is going to pay dividends for them. If they can, it's terrible, because they'll be pitting back to back. I don't think we really had any opportunity to try something like that. These are things that never really happened in the shorter races. Which is why this was such an interesting idea, doing the longer races. Try and keep it fresh since the game's a little bit broken. Even with the brokenness, though, it's still one of the best careers I think that they've had in a long time. So he could not make it till it rained.
Okay, gap ahead is 3.1 seconds.
I do hope that in the future versions of the game, as I'm sure they will not patch this one to fix stuff, but I do hope in future versions that they will be able to make the career more long-term playable. Be able to push a team forward as a team rather than as an individual. F1 is a team sport. You know what would be really cool is if they, since they make a new game every year, why not just include the past season's careers into the career? Like, everyone, I'm sure, wants to drive the new cars. But the people that enjoy the career would enjoy it a lot more if you worked through year to year. Like you drove the 2015 car, then the 2016 car, 2017 car, and then you finally make it to the new seasons of cars. That sucked. That sucked a lot. Oh, and I made contact with Ricardo. That really, really sucked. Okay. Definitely overdriving a car here. I was pushing it just way too hard to try and keep up with Bottas. I think Ricardo pit after us. He's got a little fresher tire on there. Staying up with him is going to be important for us. I really expected this field to cycle around by now, but it has not. Help with DRS, we just set the purple sector 1. Bottas got around whoever that was in front of him. Very aggressive line there.
5.7 seconds.
There we go. Slow it down a bit. Grosjean ahead of us here. I am losing the nose of this car badly. Gonna have to slow these turns down just a little bit. That's not actually the button I wanted to hit. I want to move that brake bias back a touch. I also kind of want to put a little front wing on it for the next stop, which would probably be in the rain. If the forecast is right. We'll do that. This field's stacked up in a big way right now. It's pretty aggressive brake bias. Oh, sprinkles. Okay. What's gonna happen here?
Light rain for another 10 minutes, then we'll see a transition into heavy rain conditions.
Oh, wow. Okay, I've got the intermediates ready. Is it going to be hitting this lap ready for it, or no? Oh, that's pretty heavy. Nobody else pit, though, so I'm not. Yeah, now we're going to be pitting the next lap with everybody in front of us. Let's be very careful here. DRS is still enabled. little bit slick. What is with that weird move they make there? I guess it's supposed to be a defensive line or something, but it looks very awkward.
I know these conditions are tough, but bear with it. I don't think the track is ready for intermediates yet.
I am in agreement with you. No, I am no longer in agreement with you. That was an amazing move, but a much more amazing save.
Strategy change.
Alright, there we go.
Would you like to keep to the current plan or try the new one?
Yes, that.
Copy that.
Alright, we're gonna bid for intermediates this time. It's good we got around 2 of those cars. Less traffic in front of us. Let's tippy-toe it into the pits here. We don't want to spin right now. We are indeed going in. Very good move for those 2 to go one stint before the rain and then go to intermediates. That is going to work very well for them. Okay.
Racing on the exit.
Yeah. I think we got one of them in the pit sequence there. Massa's in now.
Felipe has pitted.
Let's hope that downforce helps us. Is he not? Well, they just crashed. Yeah, he didn't pit for... He did not pit for Reigns, for intermediates. Palmer got hit pretty good there. I don't know if that was parts of his car or not. Sounds like there's probably going to be another change of conditions in this race.
The stewards have now disabled DRS. DRS is now disabled.
I guess this is technically our replacement driver that we're racing here, since Renault no longer loves us. This may be a career race for them, with the way that strategy just worked out. I think we just lost a ton of time and ton of positions. Everyone that was up front did, basically. Okay. Did not mean to cut that much, but it was sliding.
Yellow flag.
Yellows are out. We have a car not go to Reigns and lose it. Perez was missing a front.
Green flag.
I do think he was on slicks, yes. Front has fallen off of that Force India. Look at that, puts Palmer up to P7. Yeah, I would say so. I mean, we really shouldn't have the car to do this, but the AI are just really fantastic in these changing conditions. Looks like this is the area I'm faster, but it's not a very good area to be faster than. Cross it over, maybe? We're here. Sorry. A little bit sorry. Not really that sorry. Yeah, there's Botas in P6. There's certainly some cars that made out like a bandit from that. Curious to see if we have some kind of bizarre winner in this race. Open track for us. It's actually a little worrying trying to navigate this track in the rain. It's easier to follow someone. I made the changes I did. I think it's suiting the car well.
Gap to car in front is 8.7 seconds.
Curious to see how that gap moves around. Let's go to lean here. Seems like we're using a lot of fuel. Very careful right now. These are tough conditions. It's almost not wet enough for these tires.
Heavy rain arriving within 5 minutes' time.
Boy, that's going to be a very difficult call. When to go to full. Well, let's go ahead and get ready for it. The difference between the intermediate tires and the full wets is dramatic. It's not like you can go out here in these conditions and use the full wets. They just do not work at all. 5 minutes would be 2.5 laps, 3 laps. Once again, we want to be the first car to do it, not the last car to do it.
Our gap to our teammate is 20.1 seconds.
Wow. Massa has not had a good race. Looks like there's any chance of points out of him this weekend. Now we're only on lap 17 of 29.
The car ahead is 9.5 seconds.
Still a lot to play out here. I think we've probably saved enough on the fuel department. In theory, if it's going to rain harder, it's very hard to see that turn without a pylon. In theory, if it's going to rain harder, we probably will not need that much fuel in the end anyway.
I think we're still on the right tyres for the time being.
For once, I agree. Predicting next lap, though, is the one we're going to pit. Certainly is raining a little bit more, but there is still a drier line. Pretty cool tires, though.
The leader is 32.8 seconds.
32 seconds. Hard to believe. I want to know who it is. Alright, Botas has gotten around signs. I have a feeling it's someone really weird, but it might be that the Ferraris were able to maintain. They had such a lead. It seems like Ricardo has caught me again. So conditions may be changing more than I'm seeing. Like I said, they handle the changes so much better than us mere mortals do. Definitely getting colder. And slower. I think I might do it. So risky, though. It does not seem to be raining much heavier. early in the season to do big risks like that.
2 laps until our pit window opens. We're going to put you on the full wet tyre.
The regular pit window opens in 2 laps. It might be the better time to change. I'm not really seeing this heavier rain that he mentioned. I'm very focused right now. Ooh, buddy. Very hard to tell. I wish they would tell me, hey, this is the optimal tire right now.
Our gap to the car in front is 8.8 seconds.
Doesn't feel like it's these. Doesn't look like it's raining that hard either. I need a leader's bet. We have not. That's kind of my indication to not. Ooh, this is stressful. I need a real crew chief. I think he kind of lost it too there. I think last lap was the lap. This looks like heavier rain. Like I said, they're exceedingly good in the changing conditions. Quite a bit of mist. We're losing fuel again. It's helping me following Ricardo here. 9 laps to go. Are they going to pit again at all? I didn't consider that possibility. That they may just stay out for the rest of this race. If I pit again and they don't pit, that's going to be a disaster. I personally have not seen this heavier rain they talked about.
Suggests that this heavy rain will be with us for a while now. Pit window is open. The pit window is open.
Pit stop. Oh, I wanted to talk. It never works anyway, but I wanted to try. You would think you could ask, hey, what's the right tire right now? You would think. It really is very questionable to me. Back to lean. Don't like the way this is playing out for us. I only see it getting worse, not better. Oops. I see cars on pit road. gonna do it. I'm worried. I don't think it's wet weather. Oh yeah, I see greens in other cars. Ugh. I may have just screwed myself. We'll see.
Exit now. You'll be racing as you leave the pits.
We will see. We're not immediately going to lose a lot of positions in this, but we will if these are not the right
Pit
tires.
strategy complete. See these tires through to the end now.
Alright.
Felipe is pitting now. Felipe is in the pits.
That was a weird hand motion he just did. My driver, that is. Let's see. I don't have to go long. See, in reality, the danger should be that these tires, you know, just go off too quickly. Doesn't seem to be exactly how they model it, though. They tend to model it just a bit slower.
Tires seem to be the right choice for the current conditions. I think we should pit in so we can change over.
I disagree, sir. I made my bed. I gotta sleep in it now. I honestly kind of wish I just stayed on the intermediates I was on. I think that would have been the bold strategy that could have played off. Played off, paid off. They don't feel bad by any means. No, just because they're new, but they feel better than what I was just on. Okay, there it was a little slippery. Long lean mix too. Back in 8th. Ricardo's way out ahead of us.
The gap to teammate is 30.4 seconds.
Unfortunately, I think the team's going to be disappointed with us with this result, but we may at least score some points. And honestly, we just kind of got screwed by our own success because we were up front and on the wrong tire to go as long as we needed to.
5.7 seconds.
Our struggle now will be to hold off Ocon and hope one of the leaders goes off or has a mechanical issue. There's physically a lot more that goes into the longer races, but mentally there's a lot more, especially in a changing conditions race like this. We may be screwed. Exceeding track limits. Yeah, you don't say. Well, they're right behind us now. These tires may be overheating. They're really defensive. A lot of laps left to go, really.
The distance to the leader is 51.7 seconds.
51 seconds. We were one of them once. We were a contender. Now we're back here with these slubs again. These are so not the right tires. So yeah, I'm hiring for a race engineer. If anybody's interested, please put your application in down below. You must not be named Jeff.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Come on, Rain. I need a monsoon right now. Just a deluge. See, I think the track is actually very close either way. And it actually kind of does seem like it's raining a bit more, doesn't it? Maybe that's just my brain trying to make me feel better. That seemed a lot better around that turn. .25. Not too much longer now. Taking it nice and easy. I just don't want to overdrive the turns. Doesn't seem like they're ready to pounce on me in this moment. It's a bummer that the team's going to be a little disappointed in our first result. We at least out-qualified our expectations. And we're outperforming Massa. So it's not a total loss. Definitely gonna have to work on my longer race strategies, though. I don't really remember how our first race went last season. Did we score points? I think we may have scored a single point or something. It's raining more on this end of the track. It feels better over here. You can tell by the drifts. Yeah, we really gapped right there. 26.
So the gap to our teammate is 27.4 seconds.
Okay, that was a bit much. Don't those cars ahead of us look like they are, like they're slowing down? I swear they are. Oh, there's a yellow. This may not be over yet.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Yes! Who is it? Oh, sad.
Okay, clear.
Thought we were going to gain a position. Back to green. I don't know, it definitely feels like we're closing in on Sainz. I don't know if it's fast enough. And we're definitely stretching on Ocon as well. The car does not feel bad, especially when you hop curbs like that. It sees them. Ocon is out. Ocon was right behind us. Oh yeah, it's really raining down here. Even these tires are feeling overwhelmed. Come on, rain.
Okay,
Be in our favor.
54.9 seconds.
Everything we can get now, but don't overdrive it. We're definitely closing. Either way. The long con might have played off. Why do I keep saying played off? Paid off for us. aggressive. Look at the gap, though. That gap. I just want the team to be happy with us in our debut race. Because that really helps us to get that #1 spot.
8.7 seconds.
Yellow's in front of us. Might be again a lapped car, though. Just 2 laps to go here. Somebody pit?
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
Nobody important. I think we can get signs here. I just wonder if he had a problem or something. He's dropped back from that pack. Or did he try the thing I was going to try and stretch these tires out? No, that's pretty heavy rain, I believe. I think it's just the wrong tire. Alright, here we go. Easy on that slick part of the track. I think we're clear. Nice! P7. Whew. A lot of work went into that. Can we get more? Cars ahead of us, struggling too. It's only 1 lap though. Whatever you do, don't go off now, Cone. Especially here. Right. We'll be fine in the fuel department.
Final lap of the race. Okay, distance to teammate 38.8 seconds.
We're pulling on Massa. I do think these tires came around for us. What we need is those 2 that are running real close together up there to get tangled up. You can see the closing rate. There's not enough time. Take advantage of it. I don't think. Sebastian Vettel wins the race.
We've got about 15 minutes of this heavy rain left, after which we should see light rain conditions.
Still really closing. Probably could have gotten more curve there. Well, even with a longer race, you still sometimes beg for 1 more lap. So we could have had 2 more positions, I think. Oh yeah, easily. Look at the closing. Oh wow, really good drive for Magnussen there. Probably really won on strategy. Well, we worked our asses off to get a 7th place finish out of this. Not disappointed, but we certainly could have gotten a lot more, if not for the weird rain situation. The wet weather tires has actually paid off after really looking like they wouldn't for a bit there.
And as we can see, it's time for the podium, and as the drivers make their way out, there's a familiar red suit making its way to the top step. Fantastic win for
Vettel,
Ferrari.
Raikkonen, Hamilton.
And after this round of the World Championship, Here's how things look in the Drivers' Table. Sebastian Vettel takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship after that excellent result. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Magnussen.
Well, Jolyon Palmer did a great job coming through the field today, so my vote goes to him.
And here's how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari moved to the top of the table. It was great having you with us for this weekend. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Until next time, though, goodbye.
Okay, that was an interesting race number 1 for sure. I hope we get a dry race here soon. I think we should for our next one, that's for sure. But I'm very intrigued to see how things could play out for this car in this field. Like I said, we really need to find some speed in it, so we're going to focus our efforts on that. Very interesting first race results, meaning that we're right in the middle of Constructors, but a very good showing for Haas and an oddly good showing for Renault there. Good showing for Toro Rosso. Yeah, it was just a very strange sequence of events that happened in that one. We'll have to see how things shake out in the future. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you to those that stuck out the long recording, the long episode, and I hope those that wanted to see the longer races enjoyed. And I will see you next time.